Yo, yo, yo. Sonic X Shadow Generations is real. All the people leaking the game were actually right. Sonic and Shadow is getting in the game. But obviously it's not a new game. It's a remaster of Sonic Generations. But with extra content for Shadow. So it starts off, showing that Sonic Generations is coming back. Same as is, it's looking the same. Looks like it's gonna play the same and all that stuff too, which is fine. I don't want them to ruin it like they did with Sonic Colors Ultimate. So as far as we can tell, the base game is gonna be the same. Nothing's gonna be touched. And then you have Shadow coming in. Shadow's gonna get his own little adventure. It seems like he's gonna get his own levels based on his games, like Sonic Adventure 2, Final Rush right here, as you can see. And then looks like Westopolis and like some weird reality warping thing from Black Doom, which is also crazy because Black Doom is coming back too. Because I never played Shadow the Hedgehog, but I'm pretty sure Shadow destroys the whole Black Doom armed species, right? So it's still kind of wild to see them coming back. But I'm gonna talk a little bit that when we get to that part. So Shadow has Westopolis, and then he has the boss fight against BioLizard, obviously from Sonic Adventure 2. So far that's like 3 levels confirmed, or at least 2 levels in one boss fight. And then with Black Doom coming back, there's got to be at least like a final boss against the Black Doom again for Shadow. Shadow going Super Shadow and all that stuff. But we'll get into that. So yeah, starts off Generations remaster staying the same, which is cool. And then Shadow coming in be like, yo, don't forget me, bitch, I'm just as popular as you. So he's getting his own Generation style, but obviously in a much smaller scale because he wasn't playable in that many games. So let's start off with the first level they shown being before that, let's just talk about the new CGI scenes because it looks sick as fuck. And Sonic and classic Sonic looking at Shadow and be like, yo, what are you doing here? It's like, yo, Shadow's like, I'm just that guy. I am that guy. I need my own content. Not even Silver is getting this treatment. But either way, Final Rush is getting its own level, is because Shadow has his space level from Sonic Adventure 2. So who knows if it's gonna be the exact same. I don't think it's called Final Rush. Is it Final Rush or Final Showdown? Something with Final. It doesn't matter. But yeah, that he's getting his own space level. We're not completely sure if he's gonna get more levels from Sonic Adventure 2, but we'll have to see. But we didn't see too much of it, just like 2 shots of Final Rush, where he's going through the grind rails. You see those little hoops they can go through, and then the rails go into like a loop-de-loop. You see more platforming up ahead. Who knows if it's an exact replica of the Shadow level or if it's like completely new. Obviously being new would be nice, but we don't see too much of it. But it does look really sick. You see the gun robots that Shadow home attacks with, and he does his little warping too. He warps to his enemies using the homing attack, so it's not like the exact same as Sonic's. You see like gun boxes too from Sonic Adventure 2. I don't think it was in Generations, if I'm being honest. It wasn't in any. I don't think it was anywhere in Classic Sonic or Modern Sonic stages in City Escape, but it could have been. I probably just don't remember. But yeah, all of this Final Rush looks super sick. And then it goes to this shot of Shadow kicking like some sort of structure in Final Rush. Not exactly sure, but it's probably just like a little cinematic scene within the level and stuff, because it seems like Shadow's getting a bunch of them in this new content, followed up with this scene here with Black Doom. So Black Doom, or is this particular guy named Black Doom? I don't remember, but because Black Doom is like this other devil looking creature in a little coat and whatever, and this eyeball, is it Black Eye or something? I don't know, but Black Doom, either way, they're back. So he's looking like he's causing all of this reality warping stuff, because this shot here, it looks like Shadow's still in the arc or in space somewhere, right? So Shadow's in space and suddenly everything is just getting distorted, everything is warping around, and suddenly he's in this reality bending city and stuff. It's like he's warping to like Westopolis or something, because I wouldn't be surprised if he's like traveling through his past. So like, the final rush is where he starts, and then suddenly he's warping into Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog's Westopolis level, which is right here, which is caused by Black Doom, causing him to warp over here. So he's flying through, entering the stage, and this is the Westopolis level. Even like the whole background and setting is the same as the Shadow the Hedgehog. Even in the CGI opening, it's almost the same. With the red skies, because that's when the aliens were all coming in, destroying everything in the world. And this is exactly what's going on. The gun robots are also here too, same styles as Sonic Generation, so they're still the same. But I don't think we see any Black Doom enemies, or even like gun soldiers too. And it makes you wonder if Shadow's gonna get like a gun at some point during this DLC. It would be a funny callback, but I don't think they would do that. I think they're just gonna try to make us forget that Shadow even held a gun, but you know, they never can do that. But yeah, I have a theory with these guys, with the Black Doom coming back now. But let me just finish the rest of the Shadow trailer, with the next scene being Shadow being in BioLizard. Shadow fighting the BioLizard, and obviously it's like a new fight, so he's getting his own boss fight, fighting the BioLizard, and it looks like he's gonna be doing a whole bunch of new stuff. Same with the BioLizard, because in this shot here, the BioLizard is like up in the wall, so he's gonna be moving around a bunch. Oh, excuse me. And you see all these purple orbs too is almost kind of similar to the original fight, so it's possible that Shadow's gonna have to like home attack into those purple orbs to get to his core. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but he was shooting a Chaos Spear. I almost said Shadow Spear, but we just missed it again. But he was shooting a Chaos Spear, which is interesting. It makes me wonder, like, is this like anywhere in the level? Like, can Shadow, oh, this shot is really sick too. And can we use it like anywhere in the level, or is it only specific for this boss fight? Because he shoots it right there too. Let me try to go back a little bit. No, I can't. I can't get the controls right. But either way, he shoots a Chaos Spear. Let me see if I can time it right. When is it coming? Yeah, right there. He shoots a Chaos Spear, but it looks like the BioLizard blocked it or something, or maybe the Chaos Spear hit the purple orbs or something. It didn't do anything, but all I know is that we can throw Chaos Spears, which is really cool, to make it not like a full reskin of just Sonic, just like they did with the Sonic Forces with Shadow in the game, playing exactly like Sonic. So with the new homing attack warping ability and the Chaos Spear, it's not like one-to-one as Sonic, so he's gonna have a little differences at least, which is always good, because you know, Shadow, as much as he is similar to Sonic, he does have a lot of different stuff that he can do to change up his gameplay, which they try to do with Sonic 06, but obviously that was not like the ideal way of making him different, because he's more about combat too. So you see him doing all this cinematic styles, punching the core of the BioLizard and stuff, so it's probably just gonna be like QTE events or something like that, so nothing special. Kind of like, it's giving me like Sonic Frontiers vibe, which brings another question, is like, is this gonna be like the same engine or physics for Sonic Generations, this Shadow style DLC? Because it looks, from what it looks like, Generations looks like it's gonna be the exact same, like nothing's being changed or anything. But then you have this Shadow stuff now. Is it gonna control differently? Is he gonna control with the same physics as Generations, or is it gonna be like the new Frontiers engine and he's gonna control more like Sonic from Frontiers? That's what I wonder. And if it's like the open world controls, then obviously that would be really good because I do enjoy. I think the Sonic in the open world controls really good. There's some flaws to his there's some flaws to how his momentum works in the open world, but it's mostly good and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how he feels in this, like in these levels and stuff, if he feels exact same as Generation Sonic or Frontier Sonic, or maybe its own little new engine or something completely different. But we'll have to see. It's kind of hard to tell right now based on this trailer footage. And another thing too, like this is an open area too, which Sonic Generations didn't really had. So because Sonic kind of moved like a moving car or whatever, Sonic was really stiff to move around in 3D. So if he does feel like Sonic Generations, then it wouldn't feel good to play this boss fight in this wide open area. So we have to see. If he plays like Frontiers though, then that would be perfect for that boss fight for sure. But now the next thing is like, how does this like fit into the canon now? So as far as we know, Sonic and Classic Sonic, well, Sonic and all of his friends get sucked into this the white limbo, right? And Sonic and Classic Sonic were the only ones that, you know, made it through without getting trapped into the darkness or whatever, just like the friends. And we know that Shadow was one of the few that didn't get sucked in. He was just suddenly there, and Sonic and Shadow face each other for the Chaos Emerald. So if I would have to guess, when the Time Eater destroyed everything and everyone was in this white limbo, Shadow was doing his own little thing, right? So he's going back through his past, during the events of Sonic Adventure 2. We don't know if Final Rush is going to be like the only level to represent Sonic Adventure 2, but whatever it is, whenever he's done going through his past in Sonic Adventure 2, that's when the Black Arms dude comes in and be like, yo, we are back. Because with Time Eater bringing all the enemies and stages from the past, I would like to think that the Black Arms army coming back and Black Doom taking advantage of this resurrection, or not really a resurrection, but like the past Doom realizing what's going on with the whole time travel warping shit or whatever. So now they're messing with Shadow, trying to like stop him from doing whatever and stuff. So now they're trying to like, you know, make, I guess, just stop Shadow, warp him to whatever and stuff. They're just pretty much trying to take over the world. And now being exposed to like time travel and stuff, they're just gonna take over the world, both of time and space. Take over time, pretty much in general, time and space. Kind of the same thing how Dr. Eggman was doing. They're trying to do their own little thing too and try to take over both time and space. But Shadow is obviously going to stop them. And they're obviously going to mess with Shadow too, because, you know, they already had their little beast with Shadow. So Black Doom is just focused on Shadow. So Shadow's doing his own little side adventure, while Sonic is both restoring time, restoring time and whatever from the classic stages, while they're doing their regular shit, going through all the stages. And then Shadow's just doing the same thing with his own little stages while facing Black Doom. That's my theory, at least. So just to kind of go over it, then I kind of like rambled a little bit without being super clear, but you know, it's whatever. I'm just kind of like talking real quick. But yeah, Shadow comes in. He's also not affected by the Time Eater. He's also in this white limbo as Sonic, but Shadow's going in through his own past levels and whatever, his past adventures from Sonic Adventure 2 to Shadow the Hedgehog, and maybe even Sonic 06. We haven't seen something from that because he was playable in that. And Sonic 06 is in Generations with Crisis City, so I wouldn't be surprised if they take a level from Sonic 06. Preferably, I should be the desert level where he fit. Oh, what if they bring back Mephiles? That's another thing too. Mephiles could go back. Oh shit. But we haven't seen any of that, so I don't want to go into it until we see like a Sonic 06 level. So yeah, to go back, so once Time Eater takes over everything, Sonic and Shadow are both going in their own little paths. Sonic and Classic Sonic are dealing with are going through their own levels and finding, you know, their past enemies and stuff, while Shadow is going through his own levels and dealing with his own enemies, being Black Doom and then the Bio Lizard and stuff. He's gonna fight his own bosses, and his main boss being Black Doom. And Sonic is going through his bosses like Perfect Chaos and Eggman's machinery, like Egg Dragoon. So he's going against those bosses and then both of the Eggmans and stuff. And then Shadow's just doing the same thing, but except against Black Doom. And obviously in a smaller scale. Which is so far is going to be like 2 levels and 1 boss fight from what we've seen so far. But obviously it would be nice to see a little bit more. Sonic 06 is still... Sonic 06 is still there. He still can get a level from there. Or even maybe in Sonic Forces, because he also was pretty... He was also had a role in Sonic Forces with the episode Shadow, so they might even take a level from Forces, which should be Sunset Heights. I don't think it should be Sunset Heights, because now that would be another city level. We already got Westopolis coming in, and we don't need another destroyed city and stuff. So that's gonna be like 3 destroyed cities in one game, with Crisis City, Westopolis, and then Sunset Heights. Too many cities. The original Generations already had too many city stages, with Speed Highway, City Escape, and Crisis City, or even Rooftop Run if you want to count that. And now we got Westopolis, and then if they feel like it, Sunset Heights from Forces. So that would go up to like 6 city stages, which is wild. They should definitely add Green Forest, not Green Forest, White Jungle. Well, they're the same, but his specifically is White Jungle, Skyrail. He doesn't have that much stages in Sonic Adventure 2. I think it's only like 4. It's like Radical Highway, White Jungle, the Final Rush one, the space, and then there's one I'm forgetting too. White Jungle, Skyrail, Final Rush, and there's another one I can't remember, but it's whatever. Maybe like 1 more level. I think they should go with a White Jungle, if I'm being honest. And then from Shadow, from his own game, it can be Westopolis in some next level or something. But we'll see though. So yeah, that's my theory. Shadow going through his own little generations, because it is SonicxShadow Generations. So he's going through his own adventures, facing off against Black Doom, Black Doom is doing all this time travel shit to conquer the world and time and all that stuff. The same thing that the same thing about the Eggmans doing the same thing, going back in the past and try to pretty much rewrite history and all that stuff. Black Doom is trying to avoid their fate of being destroyed by Super Shadow, but obviously Shadow is gonna stop him again. So that's my little theory with the story and how it fits into the canon. But we'll see how it works. They might not even say it's canon, but they're gonna say it's canon, because you know everything is canon nowadays, which a lot of people don't agree, because especially with Sonic Prime. But other than that, yeah, this is actually looking like a solid remaster, you know, keeping the game as is, not ruining it and whatever like they did with Sonic Colors Ultimate, and just add new shit, being Shadow with his own levels and boss fights, and obviously a little bit new controls, and having another playable character too is also nice. So it's now we got Sonic, Shadow, and Classic Sonic. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it. I just hope that the levels are also at the same quality as Generations, and we haven't seen much to really see if it is, but I just hope it's not the same quality as Forces and the Cyberspace Frontiers levels, because it would be pretty disappointing if it's that same quality, because those levels were not really good level design wise. So we just hoping this is not all we're getting. I'm just hoping for more levels too, more content, whatever. I'm hoping there's gonna be a sick ass Super Shadow boss fight against the Black Arms army or some shit against Black Doom, but we'll have to see. But so far, looking good. This is looking like a W for Sonic Team this time, and straight off the bat from the first trailer, this was a solid first trailer for the SonicxShadow Generations game. It's a good trailer, you know, showing us that the game's coming, nothing's being changed, even though it's always nice to have some more changes to how it looks and stuff and upgrade the graphics. But with Sonic Colors Ultimate happening, nah, don't touch it. Leave it as it is. Keep the Sonic Generations rep good. It has a good rep still, and it looks like it's going to continue that good rep with the game, with the base game staying the same, and then this new Shadow DLC. And even if the Shadow DLC ends up being not that great, we still have the base game as is, still good and everything, just in modern consoles, which is good. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Let me know if you like this style of video. I'd appreciate if you like it and comment what your favorite thing about this remaster is. Are you excited for the Shadow? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, subscribe if you want more videos like this. I'm down to make more and cover this game as more news comes out. Alright, but yeah, that's it from me. So later.